Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about informal letter writing. So let's get started. Informal letters. Informal letters are those which you write to your parents, relatives, friends and are casually written the way you would talk to them on phone or in person. Now the question arises, how to write an informal letter? Before we start writing an informal letter, we should know the parts of an informal letter. They are my address, date, greeting, introduction, explanation, close, signature, that means name. Now let's place these parts into a format formation. Informal letter format. Address of the sender, date, dear, that means name of the person you're sending to, body of the letter, consisting of 3 paragraphs, introductory, main body and conclusion, and there at the end, yours lovingly, name of the sender. Let's understand the parts of the letter. First is address. The first thing to write in your address, that is, the address of the writer, basically the sender's address. We usually write the address on the left-hand side of the page at the very top. The address should be accurate and complete. Even when writing to close friends or relatives, the address must be written so they can reply back to the letter with ease. If the recipient of the letter is in another country, do not forget to write your country as well as in the address. Next, date. Next, just below the address, we write the date. This allows the reader to have a reference as to when the informal letter was written. He can then relate better to the contents of the letter. The date preferably should be in expanded form. Like here you can see the expanded form of the date. February 3rd, 2021. Next comes the greeting. Now since you know the person you are writing to, the greeting can be informal as well. If it is a friend or someone close to your age, you can greet them by their first name like Dear Alex. If you are writing to your relatives like your mother, father, aunt, uncle, etc., you may greet them such as, for example, Dear Mom. And if you are writing to an elder person, someone you respect greatly, you can address them as Mr. or Mrs. Like, say for example, Dear Mrs. Alex. After the greeting, the main letter starts, that is the first paragraph, introductory paragraph. Now we begin writing the actual letter. The introductory paragraph sets the tone for the whole letter. You might begin by asking the recipient about their well-being, or you may say that you hope the letter finds them in good health and great spirits. The opening of informal letters should be casual and comforting. It must not be formal and direct as in business letters. Means you have to be very soft and you have to connect with the reader. The letter overall should maintain a friendly tone, but you have to adjust the language and the wordings according to who you are writing to. With a friend, you can afford to be very casual and flippant even. But if you are writing to an elder relative, you must be extremely respectful and considerate. One way to determine the tonality of your letter is to remember how you talk to the person in a conversation and then apply the same syntax and sentiments to the letter. That means you need to take care of the person you're writing to. Your tone should be accordingly. Now comes the last paragraph, that is the conclusive paragraph. In the conclusive paragraph, sum up the reason for writing the letter, that is summarize the letter, say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader, and do not forget to invite the reader to write back or reply to your letter. It shows an intention to keep the conversation going. Say, for example, you may write, Hope to see you soon. Will wait for your reply. Once you finish writing your letter, now comes the last portion where you have to put your signatures. There is no one way to sign off informal letters. Since they do not follow a strict format, you may sign off as you please. Some commonly used phrases are lots of love, best wishes, kind regards, kindly, yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours lovingly. Pick the one that best suits the occasion and then simply sign your name below the greeting. Now remember, your signature should be your first name. Only your first name, not the complete name. Now here is the list of some informal letters. By this you will get an idea of what kind of letters are usually asked in the examinations. Like inviting a friend, advising a friend, apologizing to a friend, thanking a friend for spending the holiday together, reminding a friend, congratulating a friend, requesting for help, admitting a mistake. All these are applicable for uncle, aunt, and relatives as well. Now let us put all the learning together to write an informal letter. So here is a sample. Informal letter inviting friend to come to their place. As we know, it starts with the address of the sender. So here it is 129, Navyug Apartments, Pitampura, Pune, followed by the pin code. The pin code should be there, but it is not mentioned over here, so I am just telling. Just in front of Pune, you will write the pin code. After leaving one line comes the date, February 3rd, 2021. Then you will leave one more line gap, and then you will write Dear Gitanjali. Further, from the very next line, you will start up with your body of the letter. Here comes the first paragraph, that is the introductory paragraph. It's been a while since I've heard from you. Where have you been? I hope this letter finds you in the best of your health. As summers are approaching, I was thinking if we could spend the summer break together at my place. Paragraph change comes the main paragraph. I will introduce you to all my friends and close relatives. I will give you a city tour as well. We will spend some quality time in the afternoons near the seashore. To add the cherry on the cake, the weather here is very pleasant during those days due to sea winds. Paragraph change comes your concluding paragraph. I am excited even at the thought of you and I spending the summer together after so long. I have to tell you a lot of things and expect the same from you. Give my regards to aunt and uncle. Then, with a complimentary closure, leaving one line gap, you'll write hope to see you soon. Leaving one line, you'll write yours lovingly, sincerely, affectionately, whatever. Then in the next line, your name, Samyukta. Let's see another example. Write a letter to your friend congratulating him or her on his or her success in SBI PO examination. We'll start up with the sender's address, A32 Sector 16, Nehru Place, Delhi, followed by the pin code, leaving one line gap, 20th May 2015. Leaving one line gap, Dear Shafali. Then from the very next line, we'll start up our first paragraph. My happiness knew no bounds when I got to know that you have finally cracked SBI PO and achieved your dream of working in SBI. I felt so pleased that I wished I were there to congratulate you personally. Paragraph change, main body. The result has proved that hard work, determination and perseverance brings good results. You were so much laborious and passionate about SBI that even facing failure last year, you didn't give up and instead became more dogged about cracking it and finally you did it. My parents always give me example about your willpower. My parents were already confident that you would come out with flying colors this time and they were very much pleased to hear about your progress. Paragraph change, concluding paragraph. Please be encouraged and continue your hard work. Your future is very bright. My parents have sent you lots of love and heartily congratulations on your bright performance. Paragraph change, complimentary closure. With lots of love and best wishes. Then you will conclude, as I explained you, Yours lovingly with your name. Here in the image, it is written wrong. It should be Sarita only, as I said. See, I selected this image because I wanted to tell you that there are many students who make such errors. Okay, so here is the error that most of you make, and I wanted to pinpoint it. Therefore, I am correcting it to make you understand it clearly. This is another example. Here I want to tell you that you can start even with these lines. Thank you very much for your last letter. It was great to hear from you. Another letter to tell you the beginning and the ending. I hope this letter finds you in the best of your spirits. Sorry, I have not been writing as regularly as I should. This is the one way of beginning, and you can see the conclusion. Hope to hear from you soon. There are many ways you can begin and end your letter with that we have already covered and explained in this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll like the video and you'll understand the content. If you have any problem, any query, you can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Do like, comment, share and subscribe.